What up? Top of the top. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? What up, Pete Vision? I see you, first one in the building. I see you this morning. I don't know how y'all know to pull up before I hit that button, but y'all be there. You understand? We about to get into some things today. You know what I'm saying? I took off yesterday because it wasn't really nothing to talk about, right? And I had to do some work. And another thing, you know what I'm saying, I'm never going to get up on here and freestyle and just be up here talking nonsense. For the people that's been rocking, y'all already know that. What up, Randy Nichols? What up, Alan? What's up to the bros? You heard? I know people going to pull up. Y'all going to pull up. Y'all know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I got to throw the haters off. You know, you got a lot of clones and copycats. So that's part of the reason why I switch my time up a lot. But after the new year, I'm going to be on a different path. You dig? We're going to talk about some things today. We're going to definitely get into some things. You know what I'm saying? Quiet Riot, what up? What up? Hopefully, y'all been having a good week. Hopefully, y'all getting ready for the new year. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, y'all been staying out the way. Because that's what you got to do right now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm about to set it off. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't catch it from the beginning, you just have to hit the replay. You heard? Because we about to set this show off. You dig? It's the 4NOFAME Primetime episode 70. Dr.DRE pays his ex-wife $100 million in a divorce case. So that marriage is over with. And that's another question I'm going to be asking, or I'm going to be touching on. Is marriage real anymore, or is it over with? Is that whole marriage thing just a business? Is it just a facade? You know what I'm saying? Or is it a fad? We're going to talk about that. What up, 1090 Barbie, Kashana Brown? Good morning. Also, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a salute to Devin Beachwood for the Cash App on the 24th, which was Christmas Eve. I didn't see it till after the fact. And I also want to give a shout out to Miss Liliani, or Liliani. I'm going to say Liliani, Miss Liliani, for the Cash App last night. I appreciate that. And thanks for y'all support. What up, Miss Brown? What up, Quiet Riot? Y'all know what time it is, man. We about to start this show, man. You know what I'm saying? For those that get up later, y'all catch it. I'm also going to be talking about how NBA YoungBoy claims he's charging $300,000 for a feature. And we know that's a bogus number. So I'm going to get into that later. in the show. But I'm also going to be talking about something which is serious, of how a 19-year-old woman, you know, a young lady, a young Latina lady, she was killed and tied up and found in the woods in her apartment complex. And they saying it was done by the maintenance worker. A 27-year-old maintenance worker allegedly violated this woman, and he is in police custody right now. And this happened in Florida. So I'm going to be talking about this. And like I said, y'all already know what's going on with this crime situation and how they are preying on women, and they are preying on the elderly, and they're preying on the kids. This is what's going on. This is the new fad for the cowards and the low-level criminals, the petty thieves, the petty robbers. This is what we come to right now. So I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be speaking on some things. Y'all know I'm going to turn up, man, but it's early right now, so I got to get focused. You heard? But salute to the chat. Now, Dr. Dre, what up, Kevin Stone? What up, bro? I see you. You know how to shout my boy out. Dr. Dre has paid his ex-wife $100 million out of his stash. You dig? And his net worth is $820 million. He gets to keep 7 of his properties, a Malibu home, 2 homes in Calabasas, and 4 properties in LA. Also, he gets to keep his $100 million Brentwood estate, and they're gonna split up all the they're gonna split the cars up, and she get to keep all of her bank accounts. You dig? But I will say this: Dr. Dre is a smart man because his wife didn't get half. So I don't know what he did, but he did something right. But he still set out with 100 mil. You dig? He's still 820 million up. Because remember, you know, we was told that Dr. Dre was a billionaire, and basically he was a billionaire because if you take, you know, 820 mil, you add that 100 with it that he gave his wife, that's 920 mil. And I'm pretty sure he got some other money laying around. So he was definitely worth $1 billion. And a lot of his money skyrocketed when he came out with that Beats for Dre. You know what I'm saying? That Beats for Dre deal with him and Jimmy Iovine, that took Dr. Dre tax bracket to a whole nother level. And that is not all hip-hop money. Another thing y'all got to remember, Dr. Dre was part owner in Death Row Records when they first started. But when he left Death Row, he didn't get no money. Suge didn't get that boy nothing. And actually, Dre walked away from that bag. You know what I'm saying? He walked away from that money because I guess in his mind, he felt like what? It wasn't good money. So he walked away. And now we can look at today, by him walking away, he came out on top because Dr. Dre made it to a billionaire and Suge Knight is in jail. So that's why I say sometimes we never know how life plays out. And some people don't know when to cut their losses. You know, sometimes you got to cut your losses and keep it moving. That's what you got to do. You can't always hold on to stuff because when you hold on to certain things, you stunting your own growth. And like I said, a lot of time it comes to pride and ego that we don't want to let stuff go and want to hold on to something. But the things you holding on to is the same things that'll keep you stuck in time. You know what I'm saying? And this is proof right here that Dr. Dre made it to a billionaire. All right. He was able to pay his wife off $100 million and he's still up $820 million. He gets to keep his property and he gets to split the cars up. So this is a perfect example of a smart businessman and also a man that knows when it's time to cut his losses. Because like I said, when he left Death Row Records with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, I'm not going to say he was broke, but he didn't get no money from Death Row Records when he left. So that's why I say this is something to look at. And I'm also going to ask the question, you know, because we see all these divorces. We see dysfunctional marriages. We see spouses killing spouses. We see it all with this marriage situation. So I asked the question, is marriage even worth it? Is it still sacred? Is it just a fad? Is it just something to do, or is it just a financial thing? Because you know when you marry, y'all become one. Your assets are one. Your money is one. Is it just a business move? Because right now it looks like marriage is like a joke. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure some people that appreciate their marriage. But I'm not gonna lie, I see a lot of marriages, they've been together for whatever 10, 20 years, 30 years, and when they're in the house, they be in different rooms. They don't really do nothing together. They only sometimes get together when it's time to take pictures or come around family. They like to make it look good, you know. But I know personally, what I've seen from studying marriages is very rare. You see a real happy marriage. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of times it's when they first get married or in their early years, but a lot of those marriages that have been together for a certain amount of time, they get ugly, you know, and it wasn't always like that, you know. So the oath to death do us part and things of that nature, I don't think that still exists too much no more. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion from what I've been learning, what I've been seeing. You know what I'm saying? But it is a beautiful thing to marry the person you love, but the whole thing is, how long is that love gonna last? You dig? So that's the question. But Dr. Dre, he paid his wife $100 million, and she up right now, and she's good, and he's definitely good because he's still a little under $1 billion. And we also seen Dr. Dre on a new Grand Theft Auto Online. So I'm pretty sure he got a nice bag for that too. So he's the type of dude, he's always going to keep some new revenue coming in. Salute to the chat. GMAC914. What up, bro? Barry Bird. I see y'all. You heard? My boy 1090 Bori. You know what I'm saying? Shanta. What's up? I don't know if it's Shanta or Shantae. I don't know how you pronounce it, but please pardon me. I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't come on yesterday, and I kind of felt like I let the people down. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I be down when I don't go live. You know what I'm saying? I feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is how we do. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna kick it, and we're gonna get through the day. You know what I'm saying? Also touching on that note of marriage, is Kanye West bought a house across the street from Kim Kardashian in Cali for $4.5 million. You understand? And he also recently bought a Malibu home for $57 million, and they just blowing money. But my point is, the key word is, he bought a house across the street from Kim K. Now y'all hear about them and dealing with their divorce, but this dude bought a house right across the street. Now I get it. You want to be close to your kids. I get that part. But it sounds to me like he's dealing with some type of stalking behavior because he got a house right across the street from his wife. You understand? And they also can't be playing the game, you know, like they going through marriage trouble, but the whole time they playing the game. Either way, I don't care. But my whole point is that marriage is a mockery now. Thanks to the entertainers, they made marriage a mockery. They made it a fad. And don't nobody really take no marriage serious no more. And what else happened? How many marriages we know where they cheat on each other? You know what I'm saying? They violate each other. And when they first get married, they be in love, so-called. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Is marriage a joke? Is it still real? I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm confused. What up, Black Unity? I see you. That's what's going on, man. This whole marriage thing is starting to look like a joke. But you know, back in the days, we seen our grandmothers and grandfathers, some of our mothers and fathers, you know, we seen them make it through marriage, through thick and thin, and they stuck together. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like a joke. It's like the entertainers slandered that whole marriage thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke. But anyway, I ain't gonna stay on that too long. This clown NBA young boy, which I call him NBA dumb boy, you dig? He claims he's charging $300,000 for a feature. Now we know, anybody in their right mind know it's nobody gonna pay that man $300,000 for no feature. That ain't happening. He is not that talented. I don't even think Jay-Z charged that much. But my point of this whole situation, in my opinion, allegedly, some people think this man is a clone. They think he's not even real. And he already know, they already know if they make that price that high, what's gonna happen? Nobody gonna want a feature. Because if you can't get a feature from NBA YoungBoy, you still not gonna really know if it's him or not. Now we already heard about how they wiped off his YouTube. They wiped his YouTube off, you know, allegedly. For I don't even know why they did it. I'm gonna be real, I don't even know why they did it, but it's mighty funny. Since he's been home on house arrest, we seen him with paint on his face. They deleted his YouTube account. And now he's charging $300,000 for a feature when we know since he's been home, he has not dropped not one hit record. But this is a deterrent to push people away for trying to get a feature, because I'm pretty sure for those that do know NBA YoungBoy, that did do features with him, collaborations, if they do a feature with him, they're going to say, yo, that ain't him. Because remember, one thing is, if he is a clone, he's not going to be able to rap the same. It's certain mannerisms that's not going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by he's a clone, I'm not just saying he was made in the lab, but his whole brain could have been remixed. And he out of his character. He's not his real self no more. You dig? Like I told you, it's ways where they can clone you. They can make you become a false you. When you go around your peoples, they be like, yo, that ain't the same dude. He different. Have your whole mind backwards. Make your whole mind make your brain do a whole 720. And you'll be in that physical body, but your mind and your comprehension will be off. And remember, see, y'all remember when they were saying Gucci Man was a clone, see? But I always was a Gucci Man fan, so When he started dropping that music, I knew that was still Gucci Mane. And that's why you see Gucci Mane still doing his thing to this day. See the difference in Gucci Mane, he was in jail working out. He got off them drugs. That's why he got in shape. So people was used to him being overweight. So when he came home years later, slimmed up, they thought he was a clone. But when he started making his music, I knew that was him. Just like with NBA YoungBoy. The way that people are going to tell if it's him or not is through his music. So therefore, if he charged $300,000 for a feature, it's nobody gonna what? Do no music with him. Therefore, he could still hide out and nobody gonna know if he been cloned or not. You understand? Because people are gonna know if they do a track with that boy, if that's him or not. And don't get me wrong, y'all already know it's nothing to get somebody that sound like you. Y'all already know that. Y'all done heard comedians copy people's voices and sound just like them. So we already know somebody could do that, but they know that by charging $300,000 for a feature, that's gonna make nobody want to do a collaboration with him anyway, because he ain't that hot, he ain't that popping. You understand? And nobody's gonna pay that money. So they came up with a bogus number. Kind of like how I heard about a dude say, you know, for a celebrity boxing match, he wants $250,000 because he know ain't nobody going to pay that money. Therefore, he's not going to fight nobody. You understand? Because if you really want something to happen, you're not going to overcharge. You dig? That's just how it go. So when you see NBA YoungBoy charging $300,000 for a feature, that's how you know something fishy going on. You dig? Because he's not that important. But that's to make nobody want to do a collaboration with him. So therefore, he won't reveal himself. And what else? He won't have to do no video. Because through video, that's how people are going to be able to tell who he is. And like I said before, y'all know NBA YoungBoy, he used to love going live. He used to love going live, talking junk to the camera. You heard, smoking that bud, acting stupid. That was his whole thing. Like that was his whole aura. That boy used to love to get online and talk junk, talk smack. But now you see he's been quiet. He talk on Clubhouse. And this story also was reported by DJ Academics. So right now, Academics is the only one that NBA YoungBoy just so happens to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what's going on with this situation. That's a fact, Alan. Y'all know about body doubles and all of that. Yeah. You got body doubles. You got people that can jack your voice. That's what a lot of that voice recognition is about too. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So my point is this: NBA YoungBoy is charging $300,000 for a feature, and we know that's what? Straight bogus. Ain't nobody paying that money. You can name the hottest rapper, they don't charge no $300,000. That's damn near $500,000 for a feature from NBA YoungBoy when he don't even got no platinum records. So this is how you know it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? And they playing games once again. So you saw that boy with his face painted. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that's not him. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real. And I'm going to say allegedly. Moving right along. The serious business. Once again, with the crime wave. Because we know that in the country, the people are going crazy. And they losing it, and they getting desperate. So we got to talk about a couple things because it's people being violated out here. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen this story already. I wasn't going to talk about it yesterday, but for those that didn't hear, I'm going to talk about it right now. You heard? A robber dragged the 85-year-old woman from a Bronx elevator, pulling on her purse hard enough that the woman slammed into a wall and she fell to the ground. You dig? And the woman, she suffered pain to her hip. You know, she got a bruised hip, but that woman was not trying to come up off that purse. And we also know that this was fiend behavior because we know a fiend will do anything. So this coward-ass fiend tried to rob an 85-year-old woman, and we know he was a fiend because he was struggling to get the purse from the woman. That means that 85-year-old woman had just as much strength as him, and this buster was struggling with the woman trying to rob her and trying to violate her. So I want you to see how these cowards are picking their victims strategically. See, these are not gangsters. These are not gangbangers. These are fiends, junkies, people with no morals. He tried to rob an 85-year-old woman and got into a struggle for her purse. Now, let's keep it real. That's what I'm trying to tell these dumb individuals. Nobody walks around with money on them no more. People walk around with money, but not money like that. People walk around with debit cards with the chip in it. I told y'all soon everything is going to be crypto, digital currency. Y'all know Google Pay, things like that. People are not going to be walking around with cash. But a lot of fiends, they don't understand that. They don't comprehend that. So that's why they're doing a lot of bogus robberies, trying to get chump change. That's why I said crime is coming to an end, except for the junkies and the fiends and the low-level individuals, because you're not going to be able to make no real money on the streets selling drugs. And a lot of these fiends, they used to sell drugs. You dig? They would sell their drugs to support their habit. You see, a lot of, some of y'all was cool with a lot of dudes, or some of y'all females was with a lot of dudes that claimed to be hustlers, but when it was time to come back to the table, he never had no money. When it was time to pay the bills, he never had no money, even though he ran the street every day and told you he sold drugs. But see, a lot of these dudes, they are junkies and fiends, and a lot of dudes were selling drugs to sustain their own drug habit. But now that the work ain't coming in no more, it's not moving like that. These are the same dudes doing low-level crimes to get a $10 bag of dog food. You heard? To get a little piece of that crack rock. Some people are doing this to get a little bit of bud to smoke for the day, a pack of cigarettes. Y'all know how much cigarettes cost in New York City. Y'all know cigarettes going up all over the world. So even your cigarette habit done stepped up. And now you're going to have niggas doing crime to get a pack of cigarettes and something to eat. This is what's going on. That's why people that's 85, you keep hearing about the senior citizens and the woman being violated. That happened back in the 80s. That happened back in the late 70s and 80s, and they were snatching purse and pocketbooks. That was always from the dope epidemic and the crack epidemic. People that'll do anything just to get that high. That's what we dealing with right now. Because we already know ain't no bill you could pay with stealing no purse for no old lady. Ain't nothing real you could do trying to take a purse from an old lady. That's a fiend. So that's why I'm trying to show y'all a pattern of what's going on. And we know when people was on the street, I'm going to say it again for those that don't know. When you had gangsters on the street, they was protecting the neighborhood. I don't care what you heard, what you was told. It's certain people that are trained to look for this type of behavior, and they know when they see a dude up to no good, and they're going to check him and run down on him. What you doing on this block? What you doing in this building? You heard? That's how they get ran down on. But being that it's a lockdown, you heard, and the homies ain't on the block no more, this is what goes on. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, and I'm tired of saying it, it's a purge going on. But for those who saw the movie, y'all thought it was going to be all in one day, everybody running around crazy. No, it is happening in one day, but it's not happening at the same time. And you got to watch the news on a world scale to really know, okay, if you add up the crime in each state, each city in one day, then you'll see thousands of numbers of petty crimes. You dig? And that's why I dropped a video yesterday for those that don't know about the 5G technology and the end of crime, the have versus the have-nots. This is a reality right now. You could take it or leave it. It's people that already got set in their mind they're going to have, and there's certain people that ain't going to have nothing. And the people that don't have nothing, they think they're going to go around taking, but what's going to happen is they're going to get their life taken, and the ones that don't die, they're going to go to jail for petty crimes, getting 7 to 10, 15 years for trying to snatch pocketbooks from an old lady. because I'm showing you how this crime right here, where he did, he's facing no less than 7 years. For what? For chump change. Because people like him are not going to be able to make it in the world we about to turn into or what's already going on. I showed you how it's luxury apartments being built all over America that's been built within the past two years. You see outside your window, you see in your hood, you see in your city, your town, the hood is being locked down. You see everything slowing up. You see it unless you blind. Some people gonna have prosperity and some people ain't gonna have nothing. It's simple and plain. You take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to convince you. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. Because it's no coincidence that all of these fly cribs being put up looking like the Jetsons, right? And they don't plan on people being able to move into these locations. People are going to be moving into these locations all around the world. Everything is being remixed and replaced. You just make sure you don't get replaced, because that's what's going down. You can take it or leave it. Because anytime I see a bum trying to violate an 85-year-old woman and he got to fight and tussle and she got to fight for her life, that's when I know what type of time we in right now. You dig? And I'm going to move to the next topic because this is getting ugly out here. Also, moving right along, a 41-year-old woman was slashed in the stomach in Brooklyn while walking with her 2 kids. And it's another dude allegedly tried to rob this woman, but she had her 2 kids with her, and he slashed her in the stomach. Y'all see the pattern? Y'all see what's going on? You see these cowards? Y'all know what I'm talking about? But some people, they don't want to believe what's going on. They think it's a joke. Now, why did this man slash this woman in her stomach when she had her kids with her? Because he felt like her having her kids, she was vulnerable and she would be a victim and she wouldn't put up no fight. It's been random slashes going on all over. Slashings and stabbings. Because this is what's going on. And what else going on? Law enforcement is going through their own thing. They falling back. A lot of law enforcement has quit. It's like it's no protection, but what they do have in place is technology, right? And what they're actually doing is testing it out, meaning certain things are going to go on, but they're going to try to catch these dudes on the back end. Like, that's why you always you'll hear about the criminal getting caught a day or a week, like a week later, 2 weeks later, but eventually they get caught. But how they catch them is through the technology now. They're not just going to run out to your defense. You know, you call 911, they might not run down that quick. And this is happening repeatedly. So when I tell you about a 41-year-old woman that got slashed in her stomach with her 2 kids with her, that should give you an idea of where we going with this thing. You understand? And I don't want to keep talking about it, but this is what keep going on. This is like a new fad. It's a trend, you know, a trending topic. These are the trending topics now. Home invasion, kidnappings, slaughter, things of that nature. Divorce, everything bad, everything negative. That's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? But I keep telling y'all, right? You got to stay focused. You got to do whatever you got to do to keep yourself up. Stay motivated. Because we're going to keep seeing this nonsense for a little while. And this goes to my next topic, which relate what I just said. Over 6,000 New York cops called in sick on Tuesday. You hear that? 6,000 cops called in sick. So what that mean? That's 6,000 cops that ain't on the block. They're not on patrol. 6,000 cops called in sick on Tuesday, all right? 3,000 had the flu symptoms. 1,300 was diagnosed with C-19. And they said as a result, all officers will work this weekend. And I also told y'all about a week ago how they said it might not be no ball dropping ceremony for New Year's Day. So that's what I'm trying to show y'all, how a lot of this stuff is coming to a head. It's getting real chaotic out here. Because anytime you got 6,000 cops call out sick in one day, and that's all across New York. That's the whole NYPD. You dig? Out of all of them, 6,000 called out in one day. And 3,000 of them had flu-like symptoms. 1,300 was diagnosed with COVID. And then, the other ones could have just called out for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, while they getting sick, old ladies being violated. Females are getting violated. So you see you see the picture I'm painting right now? You can't depend on law enforcement to save you right now. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of good cops out there that want to catch these criminals. But right now, I don't know what's going on. You did? I don't know, and I ain't got all the answers. So I ain't even gonna front. But we see right now, right? I told y'all these numbers they say the numbers going up. And in my opinion, it's going to be a lockdown again, in my opinion. I also saw the report today of how 3 free medical clinics are shutting down. And what people don't understand, a lot of people have been going to these free clinics to get, to get that medicine or whatever, right? But they're closing down now because they know the way things are going down. A lot of people are going to try to run at the last minute to get that vax. And what's going on is they're about to put that pressure down. And when they put that pressure down, a lot of people going to try to run to these free clinics and get that shot. So what I'm looking at with these free clinics, they don't want to deal with all that drama. So 3 of them have shut down in the city. Because like I said, if it comes to a point where everybody gets locked down and they start knocking on doors, want to see that ID, you understand? They want to see that card, and you ain't got it, you might get jacked up. So they know if they start jacking people up, word gonna get around, people gonna start trying to run and go get that card. And they trying to make it where you can't run and get that card. That's my opinion. I'm gonna give a disclaimer, but that's what I see in the situation. The hockey. I don't watch hockey, but hockey, the National League of Hockey was shut down yesterday due to the sickness. You know what I'm saying? Due to C-19, they shut down the whole league. They say in the NBA, 160 players got diagnosed. So y'all got to remember last time, remember sports? Y'all remember all the sports shut down? Y'all forgot about that, right? When all the sports shut down first. Then you're going to start seeing little things shut down here, little things shut down there, little things shut down here. Next thing you know, everything back on lockdown. Because what? The cases are rising. And they also know a lot of people didn't comply. You know what I'm saying? So now they're going to try to make it hard for the people that didn't go take care of that situation. They're going to try to make it hard for you now. You know what I'm saying? And we already know in New York City, you can't go to restaurants without it. You can't really move around without it. But in other states, they've been letting people live. But eventually, they're going to try to make it where you can't bust no moves. That's my opinion. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime you got 6,000 cops that call in sick in one day, we already know what time it is. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right. So we got to pay attention. Moving right along to the next topic. What up, family? I see y'all. J.E. What's good? Don C. I see some new people in the building. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, y'all. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and all notification bell. Don't forget, because I'm coming with some content, man. Next, we're going to talk about another situation. And this happened in Florida. And it's another weirdo, another coward, picking and choosing his victims. Now, a 19-year-old young woman, you know what I'm saying, was tied up in the woods by a maintenance worker. All right? The 19-year-old, her name was Mia Marcano. And her, due to advanced decomposure, they were not able to find any trauma evidence on her body, meaning they couldn't tell if she was choked to death. They couldn't tell if she was beat up. They couldn't really tell because her body was decomposing. You dig? So they couldn't see if it was any trauma, but she was bound with duct tape around her mouth, her wrists, and her arms was tied behind her back. And she also was tied around her ankles. And she was found in an abandoned area of an apartment complex in which she lived at. And when they found her, she was found in a black bra, blue jeans, underwear, black socks, and she also had a white bathrobe tied around her waist. And her suspected killer, 27-year-old Armando Caballero, a maintenance worker who she recently dissed and curved him. You see, the maintenance man been trying to holler at her for a minute, and she wouldn't give him no play. So eventually, allegedly, this dude jacked this woman up, took her somewhere, and allegedly he violated her. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what's going on. And see, this one thing I always knew. You got to watch them maintenance workers and you got to watch them janitors, because guess what? They the ones that know everything about your neighborhood. They the ones that know when you go to work. They know when you're not home. They know how you move. They know what kind. They know the janitor and maintenance man know everything about you. And sometimes they are the ones that set you up to get your house kicked in. This things I learned a long time ago. Sometimes it's the maintenance man that'll set you up to get your house robbed. Or sometimes I seen situations where the maintenance man would be the one actually going in your crib while you going through your drawers, going through your closet, stealing out your house. It'd be the maintenance man sometimes. Because it was a time when a lot of maintenance men was crackheads and they was junkies too. And you're also going to learn a lot of maintenance men are weirdos. That's why a lot of time they always trying to smash the tenants. You know, you got a maintenance man, he always want to try to flirt with the women. And one time in my hood, it was a maintenance man. He had a reputation for that, always trying to holler at the chicks. And one time he tried to holler at my man's wife, and my man dusted him off in the lobby. You heard? Dusted him off real, real bad. Because see, he thought because my man, you know, because he was quiet, and he let him get away with smiling in his wife's face a couple of times. He thought he was going to be real disrespectful. So one day my man got tired of him and he dusted him off. He beat the brakes off that man in the lobby. And that's why I say I've been to about grimy maintenance men. A lot of maintenance men are grimy. So that's why you don't play with maintenance men. Like if they got to come to your house, you don't sit there, be doing all that talking, trying to smile and joke with them. You let them do their job and you make sure you watch them the whole time and you give them the cold shoulder when they got to get up out your crib. And if you can help it, you don't let maintenance men come in your crib while you at work and all that, or while you gone. Because a lot of these maintenance men are grimy. I'm just being real. The so-called fix-it man, those are the dudes that be up to no good a lot of time because they ain't really got no real job. A lot of them got shady backgrounds. That's all I'm gonna say. You also notice when a lot of dudes be on the run, a lot of these dudes be having criminal backgrounds. They always want to be a maintenance man. You know, they fix it people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying all of them are bad, but the maintenance man have a lot of information on the residents and the tenants. A lot of times they know your ins and your outs. You know, they know how you move. They know what door you like to go out of. You know what I'm saying? They know the time you come home. They know the time your kids go to school. See, the maintenance man know a whole lot. So even where I live at, when I see the maintenance man, I look at him shady for no reason. That's what I do. I grill him just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't trust none of them. Don't be watching me. Do your job. That's how I look at the maintenance man. But in this situation, this maintenance man, he violated this 19-year-old Latina woman, and she was young. And he got mad because she wouldn't give him no play. So he decided to take her somewhere, tape her up, and violate her, and he left her for dead. And guess what? Her body was so decomposed, they couldn't even tell what happened to her. They don't even know she got knocked. They do not know how she died. That's what I'm saying. They don't even know. And that's how long she was decomposing. So it sounded to me like a lot of stuff was going on with this case. But this girl was 19 years old and she was in college. You understand? So she just wasn't you know what I'm saying? She tried to have a career. She was looking at a bright future, is what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to do something with her life. And this is what happened to her. You know what I'm saying? What up, Wise Brim? Salute, homie. Little twerker. That's what it is, man. Salute to the family. But like I said, we got to watch these situations because people are preying on other people. You know what I'm saying? It's back to the have and the have-nots. You did. You got some people preying on women because they want her sex. They want your sex. They want that. If they can't get it from you willingly, they'll plot on you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of plotting going on, a lot of scheming and conniving behavior. So that's why I say protect yourself and be on point out here because it's something else going on. And I'm telling you, I'm from the street, but I see it's something totally different going on that ain't got nothing to do with the streets. This ain't got nothing to do with. This is a demonic behavior that's going on right now. It's a lot of demons walking around. They're not on demon time. They are demons, period. That's what's going on right now. And anybody could be a victim if you make yourself vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? If you out here looking like it's sweet, you moving like you got your head in the clouds, you think it's a joke, you might be the next victim. That's what's going on right now. It's called predator versus the prey. The wolf and the sheep. You heard? That's what's going on. You heard, Denzel. Are you a wolf or are you a sheep? That's what's going on right now. Because we all know that it's animalistic behavior going on all across America right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. We in the jungle. You see how you celebrated Christmas, but you still don't feel happy. You see how it go? You bought gifts, shit with your family, had a good time, but as soon as Monday come back, what happened? The program start back up. The chaos. It's like you can't get no peace nowhere. You can't be happy for a week straight because there's always something going on. And some people feel like a lot of this is by design. You know what I'm saying? Because they want people to have high anxiety, stress. You dig? So when you get stressed, then you got to get high. You got to go get you a drink. You got to smoke you a pack of cigarettes. You got to get stressed out. Go get something to eat. Do something. You feel me? A lot of time, to make it through, it make us got to spend more money just to get through the day because there's so much going on. Like I said, you might just want to get you something good to eat, chill, take your mind off something. Some people got to do shopping therapy, got to spend some bread, go on Amazon, go online, buy some stuff, try to feel a little better. But it's like a cycle going on. You dig? And that's why you've been hearing all about this mental health. Because guess what? People are losing their mind. You dig? That's what's going on. Salute the Wax Dogs. Salute to the bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on, man. A lot of high stress and anxiety right now, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm pretty sure if you smoke bud, your bud levels went up. You know what I'm saying? If you a sipper, you sip that liquor, I'm pretty sure your liquor consumption went up. And if you like to eat food, I'm pretty sure your food went up. You know what I'm saying? Because, other than self-enjoyment, it's really nothing else to do. Because it's nothing but chaos out here. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel empty. That's why when I come online and I vibe with y'all, you know what I'm saying? I feel a little better for that day. Because at least I get to talk to the people. We get to chop it up. You know what I'm saying? I get the vibe in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be in the chat showing love. You did? Showing that everybody ain't crazy and everybody ain't sick in the head. You know what I'm saying? Y'all prove that. When y'all pull up, that let me know everybody ain't stupid and everybody ain't out their mind. You did? That's what it showed me. You know what I'm saying? That everybody ain't losing it. Moving right along. And this is a heist of all heists. This is now I speak about crime. You see, I'm gonna show you the difference in crime for those who don't know. Now I told you about an 85-year-old woman getting jacked up for her purse. You heard? You heard about how them individuals kicked in that crib and tied up grandma and grandpa for that safe. But I'm gonna show you a difference in crime in this situation right here. And this happened in ATL, known as Atlanta, Georgia. You dig? Now, in the Atlanta metro area, a UPS driver was kidnapped at gunpoint and tied up while the robbers took off with the cargo around 3:30 a.m. While a UPS tractor trailer stopped at a light, an armed gunman popped out and got inside the cabin. He forced the driver to go to Bankhead Court, which is a housing project, where they tied up the driver and stole all the cargo. The company tracked down a vehicle where they found the driver unharmed and inside the trailer. You know what I'm saying? See? I'm showing you the difference in criminal behavior. And I don't condemn it all, right? You see these dudes? They jacked the UPS truck before it went to the warehouse, for those who don't know. And when they jacked it before it got to the warehouse, what does that mean? Let's figure that out. That means this stuff wasn't even scanned yet. And it was a tractor trailer full of merchandise, which means it was hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. And not only that, they took the truck to the projects and they didn't harm the worker. They didn't harm the worker. The truck driver, they didn't harm him. They let him be. And I'm not condoning this. I'm going to give a disclaimer, but I'm showing you the difference in crime. You see, these dudes did a crime for a lot of money and they didn't harm the victim, when you got other dudes doing petty crimes and they hurting the victims for nothing. So I'm showing you the minor in criminal behavior and how it works. You dig? One dude tried to steal from a senseless woman and these other dudes stole from a corporation. And all these products, I'm pretty sure they're going to have some type of insurance on them. You dig? The people not going to get their product and they probably going to get their merchandise back or their money back. So my point is, and they did not harm nobody. So even though it's merchandise, that man got away with his life. UPS is going to still get their money and life goes on. You dig? And I'm not promoting crime. I'm just showing you the difference in crime. But these dudes, I'm not talking about no local UPS truck that drop your package off at the door. I'm talking about the tractor trailer. Because you got to remember, for those that don't know, it never worked in shipping and receiving or FedEx, UPS. It comes on the big truck in the middle of the night. Then when they get to the warehouse, they break it down, scan it, and they put it on the smaller trucks that bring it to your home. But these dudes jacked a tractor trailer. So that means it could have had 1,000 laptops, 1,000 phones on it. You know what I'm saying? It could have had 500 PS5s on it. Whole bunch of clothes. I'm just speaking in general. It could have had 500 pairs of Jordans on there. You understand? The cool grays. So I'm showing you how these dudes pulled the real lick. They did their homework and they pulled the lick. Meanwhile, you got dudes running around robbing old people for nothing, fighting over pocketbooks for nothing. So I'm showing you what's going on. And this happened in Atlanta yesterday. And they did not hurt the driver. What else did you hear? They made him pull that truck up to the projects, to the hood. And they took everything off that truck. So you see what's going on. That sounds like some Robin Hood type behavior right there. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like they was on some hood Robin Hood. You heard? And I'm pretty sure the hood got to eat. But that's what happened. They jacked that truck and they got that merch. And the driver, he's unharmed. Now, it could have been an inside job. Who knows? I doubt it. But whatever happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? But I made that. I said it to make a point in crime. You got some dudes that indulge in criminal activity and they looking for the big bag. And then you got some dudes in criminal behavior because they're junkies and fiends and they cowards and they weirdos. So I'm just showing you the difference. But either way, this whole crime thing is over. But like I said, they also got to worry about not being backtracked. They got to worry about, you know, the UPS trucks got cameras, they got GPS on them, and they also got to make sure that those serial numbers on all that merchandise don't get detected. You know what I'm saying? So either way, it is what it is. And this is another case that happened in New York City in a crime wave, right? And it's another random act. That's why I had to speak on this, because a man was slashed, punched, and kicked in his own house. And it was by three assailants who forced their way into his home. And this is my point. They was pretending to be doing a COVID safety survey. You know what I'm saying? They was knocking on doors, acting like, you know, they the people that want to do a survey for C-19. And when, you know, one of them knocked on the door, and when the man opened up, all three of them rushed in the crib. They beat this man, they punched him, and they slashed him up. They cut him up bad. And the only thing they got away with was a cell phone. So y'all see, do y'all see what's going on? Do you see these junkies? 3 dudes had to go in one crib, beat, kick, and punch a man, slash him. All they got was a cell phone. That's why I told y'all before. Y'all know when I told you, don't open up your door, you better look through the peephole. And I also told you to sometimes act like you ain't even home. If somebody knock on your door and they ain't supposed to be knocking on your door, you better act like you ain't home. And I'm not just saying that to be a coward. I'm saying that because sometimes you gotta act like you're not home to really see who's who at your door. You know what I'm saying? So I'm showing you what's going on. These dudes, as the day go by, is getting more and more desperate. Because these fiends and junkies don't want to understand that they might as well go get clean, because their drug flow stopping up. That drug flow is slowing up. You did. Poppy ain't bringing in the bricks no more. You heard? All y'all most likely gonna get is that fatty. That's it. You heard? The days are drying. Your days are numbered right now. That's how this thing works. That's how this thing works. As long as Creepy Joe is in power, you're going to keep seeing chaotic behavior. And that's what time it is. So like I said, I'm showing you how that could be you. Dudes knocked on the door, and when a man answered the door, they was capping like they was doing research, doing a survey, capping. You know what I'm saying? They probably was dressed up right, everything. And when he opened the door, they kicked in his joint and ran up in his house and ransacked his home and beat him down and violated him. And all they got was a cell phone. I have nothing else to say about that. Nothing else. Because y'all see what time it is, man. Salute to the chat. I see y'all family, man. What's poppin', Andre? Valerie? What's good? Man, y'all know we got to talk about it, man. We got to talk about it. Because it's getting out of hand. Like I said, I want my people to be safe, and I want my people to not be a victim. This is not to promote crime. This is not to say, oh, I'm trying to scare people. I'm trying to tell you that you don't want to be the next victim, because it's random behavior of purges going on. So let me talk about this topic for those that just pulled up, man. For those that came in late, y'all gonna have to take it to the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I told you about how Dr. Dre paid his ex-wife $100 million. You did? He paid his wife $100 million in that divorce, and it did not hurt his pockets at all. Not one bit. You heard? Because Dr. Dre still has a net worth of $820 million, and he get to keep 7 of his properties. And one of his properties is worth $100 million. You dig? And the only reason why I'm speaking on that, because I asked the question, is marriage still worth it? Is it still real? Is it still sacred? Or is it a joke? I also was making this a point because Dr. Dre walked away with nothing from Death Row Records when he started it in the beginning. And for those that know, before Death Row fell, they was at like $300 million plus. You know, before they fell, they was at like $300 million worth. And Dr. Dre never got none of that money. And now he made it to a billionaire, and Suge Knight is in jail with nothing. So I'm speaking on this story to show about how, man, it's not about how I feel about Dr. Dre as an individual. This is a story about a man that went through adversity and still came out on top. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand these type of stories, because guess what? You're not going to hear stories like this no more. They're not going to let no man make it to no $1 billion no more. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Not the way you think it's going to happen. Not the way he did it. I'll say that. Not the way Dr. Dre did it, because he did blow up from gangster rap. Gangster rap made his name a household name. And now we see when you try to do gangster rap, 9 times out of 10, you're going to jail or you're going to be dead. Gangster rap, drill, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Everything you seeing now is the same thing. Just remix the words. We was talking about gangster rap. They was talking about drill, but what else? We wore Jordans. They wear Jordans. Same thing. We might have wore Pele leathers, 8-ball Sherlins. They wear Montclairs. Same price. Same thing. What about the same thing? Nothing new. You feel me? We wore a neck full of jewelry, diamond rings, four-finger ring, mouth full of fronts. They doing the same thing. Ain't nothing changed. We wore snapbacks. They wearing snapbacks. Ain't nothing changed. Only thing changed is the game. That's it. The programming changed. That's the only thing that changed. Ain't nothing else changed, because guess what? It's Operation Slaughter. For every generation, it was called Operation Slaughter. And that operation is still going on. Slaughter, slaughter, slaughter. All the generations have been slain. So it don't matter. The past 50 years, slain. So you can call it what you want to call it. Put your twist and spin on it. But every generation do the same thing. What? Die and go to jail. That's the end result. As long as they dying and going to jail, y'all call it what y'all want to call it. Gangster rap, drill music, hip-hop, it don't matter. Long as them people stay asleep, that's all they care about. Long as you stay asleep and keep feeding that economy, feeding that beast, you all good. You good money. They don't care. You heard? That's why it's nobody gonna come and save you, because they don't care. Y'all gotta understand what time it is. What up, Hunter Rizzle? What up, bro? I see y'all. Know what I'm saying? It's called Operation Slaughter. You know what I'm saying? The super predators or the super thug, that always existed. So right now, you got the same thing going on now. Same thing going on now. So what's the difference? Only difference is some of us grew up in the crack era, and now it's bad, and half these people don't even smoke crack. I knew dudes that was hustling, and they had to get what they had to get because their moms were smoking crack. But now these young boys got to go out here and get it and do what they got to do, and their moms don't even smoke crack. She might spend the money on bundles. She might be blowing the money on packs of weed. See, it's a difference. Mothers was high on hitting that pipe, that stem. Now a mother might be in the kitchen slumped from smoking an eighth of gas. She slumped. Don't even know where her son at. Off of that gas, you dig? Or she playing with that phone on the gram, getting gassed up, smoking that bud all on the gram, on Facebook, and you don't even know your son at outside. That's the only difference. Back in the day, it was just crack. Ain't nothing different, man. What they say, ain't nothing new under the sun. So don't get confused. Don't get deceived. Ain't nothing changed. It's the same thing. Only difference is, as well, it's less activities going on, because people did like to play sports. Basketball, football, baseball. People did like to go to the gym, go to the court. And then, you know, we still do gangster things and hustle, but we did more than one thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was different. These dudes don't want to do no sports. They don't want to do nothing but what? Play Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Black Ops, and go to the studio. Drop that track. You heard? Shoot that video. That's all they want to do now. You feel me? Shoot that video. Drop that track. That's all they want to do. Shoot them hammers off, spray the block. You heard? Bang on some ops. It's the only difference. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed at all. OG Circle Game. Queen of attraction. What's up, queen? Ain't nothing changed. So don't let nobody fool you, man. Because the whole thing is called Operation Slaughter. As long as people getting slaughtered and people going to jail, the beast gets to eat. And that's how this thing work, man. You ever heard that saying, America eats its young? That's an old saying. What you see right now. All right, then. Don't be confused out here. Don't be stupid. Ain't nothing new. And it's called a game of taking yourself out. That's how this game is played. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rondell? If you late, if you've been sleeping under a rock, you go subscribe to Rondell's Unpopular Opinion, and you gonna learn something of what's going on. Because everybody in this building, they know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, when you leave, you're gonna have a good idea. You heard? You can't be walking around out here like a zombie, like you stupid. You know, you could play stupid, but you can't be stupid all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not playing with you, period. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, in my opinion, that marriage is a joke. And part of what I'm saying, which I'm related to what I just said about these young boys and all this, we just basically dealing with a lot of broken homes. And the reason why I say it's broken homes, and I ask the question, is marriage a joke? Because if you never seen your mother and father in a married situation showing each other love and holding down a household, you don't really know what love is. And you don't even know what family structure is. Just imagine if you had your mother in the house giving you game, your father giving you game, both of them got your best, you know, they want you to do your best, they both pushing you, they both providing for you, making your life a little easier. You don't think these kids are going to be way better? It's common sense, it's mathematics. Of course they would. But when marriage is a joke and people get married and fight and divorce, leave broken homes, have kids just to have broken homes, the kids grow up confused and distorted. And that's where the chaos starts, man. It all starts from the home. I'm gonna just say that. It starts from the home. And they said years ago it was an attack on the family household. It's been an attack on the family. This started back with the Simpsons, Family Guy, all that. They've been targeting the home. That's why most of us was raised off of music. It was a long time ago. Music became your parents, and you listened to music more than you did your parents. You know what I'm saying? That was a warfare they used to break up the home. Because once the home falls, then the youth don't have nothing to stand on. And this is all a game, man. So that's why I asked the question, is marriage a joke? Or do people just get married for their own personal reasons? Because I need more proof that it's solid. And then the people I know, like I said earlier, for those who didn't listen, the people I know that are married, that's been married for 20, 30 years, you know, people that's older than me, it seemed to me like they're miserable or they're only sticking together for their own personal reasons. And I know people that's married, they got big house, multiple cars, but when they're in their house, they don't even eat dinner together. They barely talk to each other. They barely laugh and joke or do none of that. So it's a lot of hollow homes out here. What they say, a house ain't a home if love ain't there, you heard? And I'm pretty sure, like, what I'm saying, it's not a lot of love, you know? People are getting with people for all the wrong reasons, and therefore it's playing out through the kids. That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to find your way on your own. So I'm not here to knock nobody that got to find their way on their own. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in a broken home. You know what I'm saying? But I made it. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I wanted more. I ain't want to be stupid. See what I'm saying? That's the only difference. When I was growing up, being stupid wasn't cool. You heard? The more you knew, the more respect you got. The better you move, the better you prosper, you got more respect. So I liked that. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to look good, you know what I'm saying? Be smart and get things accomplished. Because I ain't want to be no bum, no loser. You heard? Them dudes was considered to be lames. They was considered to be nobodies. So I ain't never want to be stupid. You dig? But now we live in a world where it's okay to be stupid. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Y'all know that from school, right? The nerd sat in front of class, got joked on, and the dumb dude that sat in the back cracking the jokes, not doing no work. Everybody show him love. He got all the praise. Class clown. You see? But then when you grow up, you become a class clown in real life. And it's called a bozo. Some of these dudes walking around, they was the class clown, but now they the big bozo. That's how this thing works. You heard? Then you go from elementary school to jail, and you always gonna see that elementary school and penitentiary or jail, it look exactly the same in the hallway. Same bricks, same dim lights. Yeah, y'all remember the classroom in the jail look exactly the same because they made from the same bricks, from the same city. The same city bricks built both of them buildings. That's why you'll see most brothers and sisters that was in special ed, eventually they go to jail. It's a pattern, you dig? Even though a lot of people in school were smart, they got in trouble because of what? Their behavior. And that behavior, as you get older, it becomes criminal behavior sometimes. You dig? Destructive behavior. Don't mean people ain't smart. It just mean that their conduct ain't in order because it ain't been taught. So that's why you see a lot of madness out here. When you see a dude trying to snatch a purse of an 85-year-old woman, he's struggling. That means he ain't even had the strength. He probably ain't had no food in his stomach to even try to fight that lady. And that lady was bucking on him. She had strength. She was fighting for a purse, you heard? And what'd he get? A debit card that he can't even use that she gonna shut down? When she had $10.30 in her pocketbook? I'm showing you the behavior of savages. But when you know what's right, you got to do right. You got to keep your eyes open for these type of predators. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be your mom's. That could be your sister, your aunt. You heard? That's why I told y'all when you had gangsters on the block, don't let nobody tell you no lies. See, gangsters got certain morals and principles. You heard? We don't got to keep repeating Scarface. No women and no kids. But a lot of dudes been moving like that. Been on that type of time. No women, no kids. You feel me? But some dudes are cowards and they don't want no fight. You see, I'm gonna give y'all a little lesson. You see, when I was in the street, I always kept it in the street. Whenever I robbed drug dealers. I robbed street dudes. I never robbed an establishment ever in my life. I never robbed a woman ever in my life. Never. That's why I got good karma on me, you heard? Whenever I violated somebody, it was a dude playing in the street. I kept it in the street. Also, because I know that's the less chance of somebody telling on me. You heard? But I went to the big fish. You heard? I'm not bragging. I'm going to be real. I went to the big fish. That's how I got down in the street when I played. I ain't never prey on the weak. So don't let nobody tell you them lies about how the gangbangers and the gangsters do this and that. And I've been this way since I was 16, 15. I've been on this type of time. We was young. We used to knock out old dudes. We played a knockout game when I was young. Test our strength to see who can knock that old man out. Who can knock that man out on the corner. You feel me? I'm going to be real. Some of them was drunks. You did. Some of them was fiends. But that's how we grew up. So you can knock that man out, one hit a quitter. That's how I grew up. We never victimized women. You heard? So don't be getting confused when they tell you these fabrication lies about the gangbangers and the gangsters doing all this. No, they not. Know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes, these young niggas growing up, it's because of hunger. I dropped the videos when I first came out about savages in the last days, crying for food. I dropped these videos months ago, but people ain't pay attention because like I said, niggas don't want no knowledge. I've been dropped these videos and explain what's going to happen and what's going on. Crimes for food. You did. People can't eat like they want to eat no more. You can't go in certain restaurants. Your money funny. You can't order DoorDash. You can't really eat good. Dudes is tired of eating sandwiches every day. You heard? Pizza, microwave stuff. They can't eat for real. So you got a lot of crimes for food. You got a lot of savages in the last days because they trying to get somewhere, but they realizing they can't get nowhere, so they're gonna do savage things. I seen all this coming already, man. That's why I be chilling. I'm not worried about nothing and nobody. I ain't worried about nothing. Like that song French made, I ain't worried about nothing. That's a fact. And when I go out, I don't go looking for trouble. But if trouble run up on me, that's gonna be the last thing they ran up on. Period. That's how I rock. I ain't scared of nothing, no man. But I don't start trouble neither. So I know how to keep that balance. You see, a lot of y'all be looking for stuff. You're gonna get what you're looking for. You love to keep that bad energy around you. That's why you're gonna get what you're looking for. It's gonna come right to you. Promise you that. You feel me? I promise y'all, you're gonna get what you're looking for. And a lot of y'all, you're gonna get what's owed to you because you are due. And you ain't pay your dues. And guess what? The reaper coming to collect. You're gonna get what's yours. I promise you that. So I already got mine and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe nobody nothing. Don't nobody owe me nothing. And I ain't looking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I come on, pull up, and I got something to give. It's called information. You heard? It's called entertainment. It's called we kicking it right now. We chopping it up. You heard? We doing our thing right now. We vibing. That's what I do. I do that for free. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate whatever I get blessed with. I appreciate it. But I'm going to do this regardless. Just know that. Because we live in a world of frauds. You know what I'm saying? We live in a world of snakes and cowards. And guess what? They always going to be around. They ain't going nowhere. So all you got to know is how to move through the jungle, keep your sword sharp, and you start to chopping them heads when they get out of place. That's it. I don't walk around with no hate. Because if I got to hate a man, that means I got love for that man. You know what that means? If I got to hate a man, that means that man always on my mind and my soul. Ain't no man that important to me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no man that important to me. And that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Now, hey, if you want to violate, you violate. You know what I'm saying? For those who do keep their feet on necks, keep your foot on them necks. Because sometimes you got to keep your foot on the neck of a coward just to make sure he stay in his place. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got something to bring to the table. And that's what I respect. You know what I'm saying? The people that got something to bring to the table and they on that each one, teach one, care one, share one. You know what I'm saying? Niggas showing love. Ain't nobody got no ego, no pride. I respect that because that's how the world really supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? And we really not supposed to what? We're not really supposed to be judging. You're not supposed to be judging people like you holier than thou or you better than the next person. You want to sit back and judge people. But guess what? What it say? It say, judge not unless one day you shall be judged. That's why a lot of y'all get judged every day. You get clowned. You get dissed. Because you always judging people. Then when they judge you, you want to start crying. You want to start whining. You want to tell. You want to strike pages. That's what they do. I'm going to keep saying that because most of these cowards, they strike pages. I told you most of these dudes are already snitches. They're already snitches. That's why they already online. They online. They snitches online. All they do is talk, run their mouth, and strike pages. Because they cowards. So you always sit here judging somebody else. You always talking about somebody else. You always got something to say about somebody else's situation. Somebody say something about your situation like you homeless. You ain't got no bag. You ain't got no car. You ain't got nothing going on for yourself. You ain't got no shorty. You got nothing. You want to get mad and strike a page. When people call you out for begging, for lying, you want to get mad. No, you the one that's always judging somebody. That's why the people going to judge you. That's how this thing works. What they say, you point one finger, you got 3 pointing back at you. It's that simple. So a lot of y'all need to shut up and watch what you say out your mouth. And guess what? You won't bring no bad energy to yourself. When you speak with facts. Don't be freestyling. And you won't have to keep backtracking. You won't have to keep taking your words back. You won't have to keep apologizing because you say stupidity out your mouth. So you always got to apologize or backtrack for what you say. Because you know why? 9 times out of 10, you's a fraud. And I told y'all, when I start talking like that, they start booking out the building. 8 people just left. Because I'm talking to them, the people I be talking to. I know how this game works. When I start talking that real and I turn up, them cowards, they get up out of here. Because I know they be watching. They think I don't know. I be knowing. I know who watch me and who don't watch me. I know. But I don't care. You did? Because hopefully you learn something and you stop being a sucker. You did? Some of y'all need to resurrect yourself. But guess what? Some of y'all already falling and you're not getting back up. So you can't make something fake real. It's not going to happen. Like I said, you can't remix yourself. You can't unlame yourself. Once you become a lame, you can't unlame yourself. This ain't Facebook. This ain't Instagram. You know how people friend and unfriend? You can't do that. Once you lame out, you can't unlame yourself. And a lot of you dudes, y'all done lamed out and you're falling and you're already on your face. You just don't know it yet. You heard? And when the people tap in, they're only watching to see your demise. That's it. As soon as you ain't got no more propaganda, they gonna pull back. You know what I'm saying? They up out of there. Some people will watch you for your destruction. Y'all know that from the block. Y'all know that from growing up. But they say, you see that boy over there? He ain't gonna be nothing when he grow up. Watch, it's just a matter of time. Or when you was in school, he ain't never gonna be nothing. You see that? You keep doing what you're doing, eventually you're gonna be dead or in jail. See? And that whole time, that old lady or that old man was watching your destruction, watching you fail. Then when they get the word, they say, I knew that was gonna happen. I already knew. I told that boy. That's what's gonna happen to a lot of y'all. Y'all already on your way down. You just don't know it yet. And it is what? You got hundreds, maybe thousands of people praying on your downfall. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Why? Because you created that energy for yourself. But when it come back, you ain't gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, OG Circle Gang. You got agents everywhere. That's what I'm saying. That's the new wave, man. Because you got the dudes that are cowards, right? You got dudes that never was prosperous. Like, I know dudes so lame, they couldn't keep a job and they don't know how to hustle. Those are the same dudes that eventually become agents because they stuck in the middle, you know? They rather, look, man, it's a certain amount of people that always want to sit back and collect money and prosper off telling on other people or just, like, it's the same people that beg you for money. Like, you got people that like to benefit off other people. So if I got to tell on you to get a bag, some people are cool with that. So that's why I say it's always going to be agents, because guess what? Agents be on the payroll too. They be on the payroll. So you got some dudes that'll take that way out, and it's called selling out. It's a lot of agents in position. I guarantee you, when you study it, look, these individuals, you study their background, they got checkered backgrounds. You did. They never had a real job. They never was real hustlers. Those are the agents. I know an agent when I know an agent, dog. I know an agent, man. I know an agent, man. Y'all not hustlers. If you don't have no hustle ethic. Your whole situation is begging. Those that beg are used to being takers, or they're used to somebody giving them something. And when you don't give them what they want, they tell on you. That's what fiends do in the street. That's another reason why I never got locked up in the street, because I used to look out for the fiends. When you look out for the fiends, they won't snitch on you. You know, some dudes petty, get out my face. I ain't got it right now. I ain't got it. That same fiend go hit that 911 on you, and you wonder why you get ran down on by the police. So what I used to do, I just give a fiend something, tell him get out my face, but I never would deny him. You heard? Because it's the fiend that you deny is the one that tell on you. That's how this thing works. That's why I told you, you got to be a giver. You can't always be a taker. So even when I was taking money, I still would give things away. I still would look out for people. Those that always want to take and don't never give, they always die or go to jail. It's simple mathematics, man. You learn mathematics in school. It applies to the street too. It applies to everything you do. The dudes that's takers are beggars. Takers and beggars, when they don't get their way, they throw fits and they turn on you. Which coincides with what I was telling you about the man that was trying to rob that lady for a purse. He was a taker. That was a man never used to being a hustler. It's simple and plain. The dudes I told you about that UPS truck, those are hustlers, because they're going to take that product, and what they're going to do, they're going to sell it. That's hustling. That's mathematics. You see, it's a difference. No, we are not the same. All dudes are not the same. And I told you, a lot of them dudes that used to be on the block selling drugs, a lot of them was junkies. They were just hustling to smoke that pack up. So now a lot of these same dudes, now they on YouTube. But they still lame junkies that couldn't get nothing right. These are the same dudes, you give them a pack, they mess it up every time. These are the same dudes, you feel me? Every time they were strapped, they got caught with the gun on them. These are the same dudes. So that's why everybody that do a bid ain't real. Some of them are just stupid, especially when you come home from jail and you stupider than you went in. But the real brothers, when they come home, they be smart. You know what I'm saying? They get to the bag. They know how to move. They know how to conduct themselves. You heard? They move like G's. They move real smooth. Handle their business. You know what I'm saying? But a loser is a loser. You got to remember that. Sometimes we take losses, but then some people really are losers. They can't win at nothing they do. You got to understand that, man. And those are the people you stay away from, man. Them born losers. Some of y'all subscribe to Losers page. You'll watch losers every day. You let losers consume your time and you wonder why your life don't go right. You know what I'm saying? Because people like to watch who they are. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to understand, man, some people are you're wasting your time and Joe ain't playing with you. You sitting here watching losers. You did. Joe is not playing. And soon them people are going to be knocking on your door while you're watching these losers. Because guess what? A loser is not going to give you the information on what you need to do to fix your life. You dig? Like, you know, like Ayana fix your life. Some people need to fix their life up. When you watching a loser, you're going to be losing out. You listening to a clown, he wasting time, you ain't going to get nowhere. Now, for those that got their stuff in order, man, you can sit back and clown all day. You can entertain the BS all day. I'm talking to the ones that ain't got nothing going on. I'm talking like the dudes, you know I'm talking about. Your girl ready to kick you out. You did because you ain't bringing nothing to the table, but you want to sit back and watch lames all day. You did. Eventually, shorty gonna put you out. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You did. If you a black man and you ain't getting to no bag right now, anybody might turn on you. Which coincide with what I said with these fake marriages. It's a lot of fake relationships. Meaning, you know, shorty might have been down with you when you was getting that money, but now your money ain't looking right. Shorty might bail on you. Shorty might do the backslide on you. You heard? So I'm trying to tell, I'm clowning, but I'm being real that I'm trying to tell my brothers, don't put yourself in a situation to be vulnerable. Or don't put yourself in a situation where you got to violate because you mad, you don't want to get put out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying all this to say that what? It ain't over yet, meaning everything ain't all bad. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't all messed up, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Each day you wake up is a day you could change your situation. It might be a hard fight. It might look like it's not gonna work, but you can make it work. Because right now you don't have no choice. And what else? Your manhood is being tested right now. You know what I'm saying? Your manhood is being tested. That's why right now you gotta stand strong and don't fold. So when you see dudes crying, that's a dude that's folding. You dig? When you see a man showing weakness, that's a man that's folding because he don't want to be strong. And once you get to a certain age, if you don't know how to be strong, then you ain't a man. That's just what it is. Because I don't see no teenagers online crying. When I see somebody online crying, 9 times out of 10, it's a grown man. Let's be real. Let's keep it real. You dig? When you see somebody pulling off some shenanigans or dealing with some suspect behavior, it's not the youth. It's not a teenager or a person young. It's a grown man. So let's not play. I'm going to get up out of here in a minute. Marilyn Melatonin, what's good? Latasha Jordan. Brandy Nichols, the bro, man, been solid the whole time. The Queen, Kashana Brown. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Everybody in the building, man. Valerie. Kumba. What's good? That's right, man. Feel the love right here. We vibing right now. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's always a moral to the story. You know what I'm saying? When I vibe with y'all give me energy for the day. And hopefully I give y'all energy for the day. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get through, man. It's the 4NOFAME live stream. It's prime time. Whenever I come on, it's prime time, man. Sometimes I got to switch up my time because they be trying to jack. They be trying to ride my wave. They try to come on around when I come on. You dig? And that's cool. But I'm telling y'all, you got to find your own lane. I'm going to grow slowly but surely, and I'm going to show y'all something. You know what I'm saying? I only want the solid people anyway. I only want solid people, man. That's it. I can't say it no more. I don't want a bunch of lames following me. I don't want a bunch of clowns on my channel. I don't want no lame people in my circle because I don't move like that in real life. I only want solid people, man. I don't want no fake subscribers. I don't want no bots. A lot of y'all got fake subscribers, man. Let's keep it real. Your number's been the same for over a year. Your number's been the same. And your views don't match your subscribers because you're capping out here. You're lying and you're freestyling. And a lot of you dudes, you can't do nothing unless you got controversy. Or you got to have a bunch of people on your platform because you chasing numbers. And that means what? You doing bad. You struggling out here. And you're not building a brand. You building a clown network. That's what a lot of y'all be doing. Like Comedy Central, that's what you're starting to become. You're not building nothing solid. You on a fast race, but at the end of the day, you're going to fall on your face. That's how a lot of y'all be moving. And you all over the place. You did? As long as my core stays solid, I'm good. Know that with me. You know what I'm saying? Solid. My people be solid. You heard? OG Circle Gang been rocking with me since day one. I'm talking about dudes that with me since I had 200, 300, 400 subscribers. They still pull up every day, man. They know what time it is, man. We solid over here. Know that. Some of y'all dudes, y'all silly putty, y'all clay. Y'all very, very soft. You look solid, but you're real soft. Like I said. All art is a mental. That's a fact. Salute to the chat, like I said, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. That's right. Cancer style, man. That's right. Perfect balance. You dig? A real cancer got perfect balance. The yin and the yang. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? I could talk about that dark. I could get dark. I could get wicked. Or I could be the most shining, nicest individual and shine light and be real positive. You know what I'm saying? I could be the most positive, coolest dude you ever met, laid back. When I turn up, that's the opposite. Like a coin. Y'all know about the coin. There's two sides to a coin, man. But the two sides make up the whole. That's the reality of life. That's my reality. You heard? I could be your best friend or your worst enemy, and that's real life. That's real talk. But I don't live in negative energy because negative energy is for destroying. And I only try to destroy my enemies. That's why I destroy. I save all that negative energy for an op. That's why I save that for an op. Somebody that want to oppose, want to go against the grain. I say that negative energy for that right there. You feel me? They can get all of that. When I'm dealing with my people, they get all the good light, man. They get all the good energy, man. That's how I rock, man. I told you how I be on here. This is my real life, man. I ain't got time to be up here faking and fronting, man. That's right, Rondell. You know what time it is, man. That's what exactly. You're going to get what you give. You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll. But as a whole, I love positive energy. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? I like the vibe and I like the, you know what I'm saying? Uplift. That's what I do. But I ain't here to save nobody. Just know that. I ain't here to save nobody. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't trying to do. I'm not trying to be no leader. I'm not trying to push no agenda. I'm just here to talk, speak my piece from my perspective. That's why when you look in the box, you're going to say all of my views and opinions are all alleged and not actual fact because I don't got all the answers. You heard? I'm just going to tell you from my opinion, my perspective on life. That's it. And my perspective is through self-experience. If I ain't been through something, I don't know about it, guess what? I'm not going to speak on it. Everything I speak on is facts. You might not see it now, but it's something you might not never see it. But I only speak on facts because I ain't got time for the other stuff, man. I don't got time to be making up stuff. And if somebody try to pull my card, talk about, remember you said this, remember you said that. I'm like, I act like I don't remember what I said. No, if I said it, I know what I was talking about. So I don't got to backtrack. Feel me? It's that simple. But that's about it, man. You know, I had to vibe with y'all for a minute. I ain't want to pull out too early because I wanted to vibe with my people. You understand? And for those that just pulled up, man, Dr. Dre, his marriage is over with. His wife got 100 mil and he's still good. He got 820 million. I also spoke on how 6,000 New York cops called in sick on Tuesday. 3,000 had the flu, you know what I'm saying? And 1,300 was diagnosed with C-19. And this happened all in this 1 week. And they also said, as a result, all officers will work this weekend. And y'all know this is the New Year's weekend. And you know they're going to be in full force security. And you know what's going down. You know what I'm saying? So we got to pay attention to this situation. Just like I heard you say, Rondell, the other day, 35 workers called out. My point is, man, they saying these numbers going up. we gotta pay attention. Anytime 6,000, see, a lot of people don't know the NYPD. They're like an army. You know what I'm saying? They are army. I'm gonna keep it real. There's a lot of them. Marked clothes, unmarked clothes, they don't play. So for 6,000 cops to call in 1 day, that lets you know what's going on. You feel me? That lets you know right there. You got to pay attention, man. That's also a reason why the crime is going on. And I also told y'all about how it's been a lot of criminal activity at the subways, underground. A lot of weirdos are on the train. That's why I told y'all they're going to be slowing down the train. All trains are going to be on Sunday schedule. All the trains are going to be going super slow. And the people was already complaining because they said it has not been enough police presence in the train station. That's why women are getting cut, beat up, stabbed, because there's nobody to help them. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all about the man that was slashed and punched and beat up in his house by 3 dudes that knocked on his door acting like they wanted to do a survey. Capping like they was doing a survey for the C-19 situation. They try to use that to come in that man home, and they beat him up and cut him, and all they got was a cell phone. Showing y'all what's going on. And I also spoke about the 19-year-old Latino young girl that was a college student that she was taken out by the maintenance man. A maintenance worker, a dirty janitor, took her out, tied her up, and violated her. You know what I'm saying? And when they found her body, it was already decomposed. You dig? The weirdos are running loose. But guess what? It's some people that got something for them. You know what I'm saying? And it's called Mr. Smith & Wesson. It's called Glock 19. It's called Chopper. It's called Draco. You heard? It's people that got something for y'all. Just know that. In the last story I spoke on, and it was like a Robin Hood situation. Salute, Cumber. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. In my most humblest opinion, bro. In my most humblest voice, should I say. Pardon me. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me for that. But I appreciate that. I also spoke on the real Robin Hoods of the South. This happened in Atlanta with these dudes. They jacked the UPS truck. They kidnapped the driver at gunpoint, and they made him drive the truck to the projects, and they took everything off the truck. And they did not hurt this man. They did not hurt him. They did not harm him. They just tied him up so he couldn't run to the popo. You dig? And they got thousands of dollars worth of merchandise in the pandemic. And like I said, I'm going to give a disclaimer again. I'm not promoting no crime. Don't nobody try to do this. But obviously, these dudes, they chose their crime very wisely. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm going to say on that situation. And I'm also going to say, for those listening, go check the video I dropped last night called A Have versus the Have-Nots, World War III, and my 3-part series, the 3rd video in the 5G technology, Super Thug Matrix Extermination. I'm going to break it down for those that don't understand. When I told you that 5G technology is the new enforcer, and you're not going to be able to get away with crime like you think you can. The borders are shut. They got cameras, voice recording in the light poles, and various other things. Law enforcement have scanners now that can scan your whole phone, scan your whole computer. They are authorized to hack your situation with apps. They have so much technology now that you're not going to win. And my point is, when the walls start closing in, it's going to be have against the have-nots. And I also show you how, amongst all this stuff you see going on in the world, you think the world is coming to an end, but I want to show you that the world is not coming to an end. It's coming to an end for certain people. And it's called that criminal behavior. It's called the sheeple. It's called the ones that don't want to do. It's called the useless eaters. If you're a useless eater, your days are getting short. But if you're a go-getter and you're a hustler and you're going to do what's right for you and your family, you're going to have. That's why I say it's the have versus the have-nots. And they building luxury apartments all across America. And you'll see why. You're going to learn why. So for those that want to know, you go check that video out. Go check out that whole series, and I guarantee you, you're going to learn and you're going to know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to say with that note, I'm going to let the chat shine, and I'm about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Word up. Latasha Jordan. Once again, Valerie. My boy, Hunter Rizzle. See, Hunter Rizzle know what time it is? Tell him, Hunter Rizzle. That's why I put tape over my camera. Hunter Rizzle keep that camera, and he keep that thing. You heard? He ready. I be knowing. I know what's up, bro. Bro, he ready to hold it down, because the new wave is home invasions. You might have somebody coming to your door capping like they're the Domino's man. You heard? Capping like they bring you some pizza. So if you ain't order no pizza, don't be opening that door. It's that simple. Straight up. Other than that, it's the 4NOFAME Prime Time episode 70. And I'm about to get up out of here. And I'm probably gonna be just switching the name to 4NOFAME Live. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. 1090 boy, what up, bro? Always on the puller. Ever since you tapped in, you always on the scene, bro. Keep doing your thing too. Go subscribe to 1090 Bori. You know what I'm saying? That's a good brother. That's how we do over here. But on that note, y'all know what time it is. I'm up out of here. 1.